Why I got started in the pallet flipping business. This has been a hot topic of people coming up to me asking me this question over and over again. My name is Andrea Wilson, and many of you may already know me as the broker and owner here at Brickhouse Realty. I've been working in real estate as a licensed real estate agent, broker, real estate investor for almost 2 decades now. And as of recently, the beginning of this year, I started exploring options and looking into the pallet flipping business. A friend of mine I had been watching, she had been doing the pallet flipping, and it just became really interesting to me. So I started kind of inboxing her, sending her messages, giving her a call to find out, like, what is it? What are you doing? And wanted to learn more about it to see if I was interested in it. So the world of like Amazon, the little gadgets and trying out these new things have always been an interest of mine. I'm always shopping on Amazon. I'm trying out these new things. And I thought about it being so cool to have either an Amazon storefront or a place that I can go and purchase items and then resell them. So listening to her talking about the pallet flipping business, I became very intrigued with it because the pallet flipping business, they have a price point for everyone. No matter if you have $50 and you want to get started in there, there is an area that you can get started in at $50. From there, $200, $500, you can start buying truckloads for $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 and so on. So it's really like whatever or wherever you are, there is a place for you to get into the pallet flipping business. When I started doing more research and started going out to the various warehouses that get these truckloads in where you would buy your pallets, I started to notice that there are not a lot of people that look like me. There's definitely an untapped market within the Black community of getting into this pallet flipping business. And then the other side of that, because I am into real estate, I am alongside with my husband, we invest in real estate. I'm always looking for places where we can purchase materials at a discounted price. So because of that, I really started to explore and try to find where can I get direct access to all of these materials of these overstock items, and potentially to help our business. And then I can also work with other contractors or investors in the real estate world to provide materials to them. So that question from everyone is like, well, why did you get started in there? It more so was just of interest. I was very intrigued by it. I thought that it would be another good way to introduce another stream of income. In the real estate world, I also work with a lot of real estate agents, oftentimes newly licensed agents. And it really takes a real estate agent 2 to 3 years to grow their book of business and start seeing a good profit on the money and expenses that they have. But without fail, here in Ohio, we have to renew our real estate license every January. And without fail, I'm oftentimes having to send real estate agents license back. So I wanted to be able to talk more about creating multiple streams of income. So not necessarily you having to work your traditional 9-to-5 job, but you could get into real estate full time and have access to another business source if you didn't already have one, where you can continue to make some money. The number one issue with real estate agents or people getting into the business, when you work a traditional 9-to-5, oftentimes those individuals have limited access to their computer and or phone to make real estate calls or have real estate conversations. So it greatly impacts growing their real estate business. But having multiple streams of income will allow them to work on their real estate business as full time while still also bringing in some additional income by doing things like pallet flipping. I have more to come on this topic. I'm going to be sharing more information with you guys about what exactly is pallet flipping, how you can get into it, how to find warehouses, where the list at. It doesn't matter what state you're in. I'm here in Ohio, but this is done all across the United States. You guys don't even realize and know this because it's its own network and own community of people. There's private Facebook groups. There's all kinds of information out there, and I'm going to share with you some best practices, because the other thing that I oftentimes have heard about the pallet flipping business is that there are a lot of fraudulent people out there. People are getting ripped off and losing their money. I'm going to share some tips, some information, best practices for selling your items, where to find your pallets, and what not to do, and who you shouldn't be sending your money to. So stay tuned, guys. I have more to come on this topic. Thanks for joining me.